Okay, we're back. And today we're going to do a little maintenance on our scx10 G6 Jeep Rubicon. It's my crawler. Take the body off here. And as you can see with this crawler, we got the dual motors, all steel gears, steel pinions, spur, all internal transmission gears are steel, hardened steel. We got the aluminum transmission case, steel drive shafts, and we got to do a little maintenance. We got a little bit of slop in here I got to check out, make sure I ain't got no bad bearings, and I believe all the oil is leaked out of my shocks. So I think the first thing we're going to do is check the shocks out and rebuild them. Take the tires off first. Alright, just so I don't burn up a lot of time on this video, I'm going to go ahead and shut it off for a second, get the tires off, and I'll be right back. Alright, we got the tires off real quick. Let's get this on some kind of stand here. A few other little things I got. Let me get this off and show you. This little bracket right here, level 3 RC, is designed to get, see how it's bent, and it gets it out of the way of the servo horn, so it no longer hits that. The only downside is now the battery doesn't really have a post up here to keep it still. So what I had to do is I just stuck a tie wrap across the back to help stiffen it up, but we're going to figure out something else for that too. But the first thing I want to do is probably rebuild and re-oil these shocks. Doesn't feel like anything's in them, so let me get them off and I'll be right back. Alright, we're back. And we've gotten the shocks off. What we're going to do now is just disassemble everything. Sorry for the air compressor. As you can see here, I got the compression rate springs. First thing we'll do is take the spring retainer off. We can take the springs out. left at all. We're going to disassemble this whole thing. Bump stops off. O-rings out. Alright, well, I'm going to go ahead and disassemble all these, and then I'll be right back, and hopefully that air compressor will shut up by then. Alright, I'll be right back. Alright, we're back. And what I've done is I took everything outside with some motor cleaner and squirted it all down so nothing was inside any of the tubes or anything like that. So what we're going to do now is rebuild these. Looks like all the O-rings were good. And I'm going to try something new I hear so much about. This is that green slime from Team Associate. Trying to keep the hole small as possible. So supposedly what this stuff does is it conditions the O-rings real good and keeps them from, it doesn't break down from the shock oil. What we're going to do is put a little dab on our finger. From what I hear, it doesn't take much. Just a little dab on the finger. Put a little dab in there too. When we get one of these little spacers, I'm going to go ahead and stick a little bit on it too. Alright, I'm going to grab one of the little caps. Put a little bit on the shaft there. I like to kind of screw these in so they don't tear in the right way, stupid. A little washer. Another spacer. Put on another cap. And I'm rubbing some of the green slime on the rod here just so it goes through a little easier. And hopefully this time this will keep my oil in my shot. Now this is a little messy. So if you prefer to wear gloves, that's fine. They get in my way. Alright, so that's the tubes. Now I'm going to change the caps this time. I don't like them fake reservoir. So I'm just getting regular old caps. I'm going to put these washers in here. I'm just using a little 1.5 to seat it. A little groove inside the cap. We get that washer down in there. And that green slime will help hold it in also. Just want to sink that washer down in the little ring in the cap, and you don't want to push too hard to where you rip the washer. Alright. Alright, I guess the next thing that goes on will be these bump retainers. Excuse me. These bump retainers, what they do is they keep the piston of the shock from going all the way up if you slam down and knocking your cap off. Alright. So this is where we're at so far. We got the green slime in between the little washers, piston back in, bump retainer on. Now you grab your shock pliers. If you don't have these, they're pretty cheap on eBay, but just be real careful that you don't mar up your shaft here with another pair of pliers. I think I got these for like $4 on eBay, so if you look around. Alright. I'm going to put a spring retainer in. Bump stop down, spring on, little divider ring slides on there, and your top spring, and then the retainer nut. I'm just screwing this down a little ways, so I got to fight with the cap when it comes time. Alright, I'm going to do that 3 more times and I'll be right back. Alright, we're back. I got a little ahead of myself and put the springs on. It's a lot easier to get the air out of the shock if you don't have the springs in your way. So now we're going to put the oil in, and I'm going to use 30 weight. Don't quite fill them up to the top yet. Once you got a little bit of oil in there, what you want to do is slowly push the piston up and get in the air bubbles. top it off. Get your cap on there. Try not to get too much bounce back in there. That's got way too much bounce back. Alright, I gotta go to plan B. A lot of air in this one. Alright, well this one's being stubborn. Let me get right back with you. Alright, we finally got our shocks acting the way we wanted them to. Alright, so now we're just put our springs on. Center retainer, bottom springs, and then the spring retainer. Alright, there we go. We got our shocks back together. They're feeling good. Feel like we got some resistance on there now. Yeah. Change out them top caps, them little fake reservoirs. Got in my way more than they did anything else. They didn't even look all that good, so. Alright, well that's it for the shocks. They're all rebuilt and oiled up. Alright, that's it for this video. I think what we'll do next is we'll take the rear and front axle apart and re-grease them up and make sure everything's good in them. Check the bearings, things like that, before we go through the trouble of putting the shocks back on. So thanks for watching, and tune in again next time. And please like, please share, and please comment. Alright, bye.